What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Blue J10. I am back again with another one, man. Being free is a mindset. I got a quick quote that I want to read to y'all this morning, and it goes something like, "The only real prison is fear, and the only real freedom is freedom from fear." And this quote really opened my eyes to how humans, and even as individuals, we tend to get so caught up in this idea of what, society has to say about the lives that we're living, about the dreams and everything that we're trying to build. It makes it a lot harder for us to go out into the real world and do things solely based on our likes and our dislikes. When we feel as if we're always being attacked and looked at a certain way, if we sense to embrace our uniqueness as individuals. But I'm here to let you know today that fear is the number one thing in life that will hold you back. And if you want to be free, if you want to break through, you simply have to learn not to care about what people have to say about you. Not to care about what people have to say about the life that you're choosing to build, simply because you're the only one that's going to have to live with the consequences of the bad decisions that you make and the good decisions that you make. I feel like that's the crazy thing about life, is because so many people are around to voice their opinions when we may be making certain decisions, but those same people aren't usually around for the results of the decisions that we made. So why give your input on something? Why express the way that you feel if you know that you're not going to be around to endure whatever comes with that decision making? And that was one of the major things that prompted me to start living my life for me, because I understood that it is nobody's responsibility to make the most out of my life but me. And then that's when I adapted this freedom mindset, and I came to the conclusion that in order to be free, you must first understand what freedom is. And freedom is subjective. It's something that we all have different opinions on. Being free to me might be living a lifestyle where I'm able to provide for my family. But to you, it may have everything to do with finances and just living whatever life that you choose to live. So in other words, what does freedom mean to you? What does freedom look like? What does freedom represent? And do everything in your power after thinking of these things to put them in full effect. If it means that you get to go out and walk by a lake or walk by the beach and just breathe and take everything in, and these are what you need to be working on in order to get closer to your true self. But always showing a sense of gratitude makes this journey easier. So really just learning how to be thankful. Be thankful for not only where you're at right now, but the things that you've overcame, the challenges that you may have faced in your life, where no one may have helped you through, where it really took you digging deep and figuring out life just how it presents itself. And I feel like it's so strange, because today's day and age, I feel like the world almost teaches us how to be confined. The idea or the thought of somebody being quote unquote different is just so unusual that a lot of people may shun these people away. Just think about times where you may have been in high school and there's been a person that may have dressed a certain way. These people who are very comfortable in their own skin and unique, a lot of people viewed them as what? Weird. A lot of people viewed them as all types of different things. And it's all because they were being their true self. It's all because they've established this form of freedom within their mind to where they were content and happy with who they are. And this is who they were going to represent. I feel like it's essential that we all get back to our true selves. We all get back to the state of mentally being free, because that's not only the only way that we're going to be happy, that's the only way that we're going to be able to breathe this form of authenticity and uniqueness and allow it to come back into our lives tenfold. But with this concept of being free mentally, understand that there are solutions to your problems. Anything that you may go through on a daily basis, there are solutions. I know at times it may not seem like it. You may not have the help that you may need. You may have 1,000 bills that you have to pay, but I want you to know right now that it is not always going to be like that. And each and every last problem that you're faced with will surpass. That's why I really love the concept of time, because if you have patience as a human being, if you have patience, just that concept alone, understanding that you can be in complete pain right now, you can be suffering, your life can be really hard, but at some point, everything that you're going through will pass. The sun will always shine again. It will not rain forever. So all of the problems that you're faced with at this current moment at some point will fade away. But don't allow yourself to be trapped. Don't allow yourself to be confined in society's norms and doing what everyone else is doing or what everyone calls regular. Because you weren't put on this earth to be regular. You weren't put on this earth to be caged in or to do what everyone else is doing. And I don't know if y'all have ever realized this, but the more that you allow yourself to get comfortable doing, let's just say, regular things, this is when you're most unhappy. This is when you feel the most miserable because you aren't doing things that resonates with your spirit. As humans, we are very complicated individuals, but it can all be simplified based on our likes and dislikes. So if you enjoy certain things, this is going to help. That activity is going to help put you in a better headspace in order to reach this form of freedom. In order for me to reach that point mentally, I just have to be doing the things that resonates with my spirit. I have to be doing the things that make me feel at peace. Whether that's reading, you can go ride a bike, anything that makes you feel free, anything that makes you feel like you should be putting your attention on and you should be focusing on. It's so easy to get caught up in the world and what everyone else has going on to the point where we may lose a sense of ourselves. We may lose a sense of how to be free because we're practicing social norms and we're just doing what's regular. But like I said before, we're all unique and we all serve a valuable purpose, and we are not put on this earth to be regular. And that's something that we just all have to learn how to embrace. Embracing how to be your true self. Embracing the fact that you are human. And with that being said, you are very flawed. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to go through things, but this is just all a part of you being free. This is all a part of you being your true self. And there is nobody to blame for that. There is nobody to blame for you living life at peace and free. But in other words, normal is the new trap. Normal is the new thing that society wants us to be, to keep us in the state of mind to where we just naturally deteriorate over time. So do anything in your power to be your true self. Do anything in your power to be anything other than normal, because we're not normal. We're not normal people. And the sooner that we all get this through our heads, the easier it'll be for us to just make the adjustments and just be our true selves. It's up to you to be free. When you don't want to be caged in no more, when you don't want to be controlled, you will start living your life for you, and nobody will be able to change that. But a quick little story time. One thing that really helped me get to the point mentally where I felt like I was free. I felt like I was most at peace and emotionally grounded, spiritually grounded, was when I stopped relying on the world for validation. I stopped relying on outside sources to make me feel whole again. I started relying more on myself. I started relying more on God and His ability to provide for my life. And this just made everything a lot easier for me. You need a source. No matter who you are, we all turn to something for something. So it's best that that source isn't something that's walking in a human being just like us. But you have to have a source. You have to have an outlet. You have to have things that you turn to in order to fill your cup up. Because we can only do so much. As human beings, we are only capable of so much. So what happened to me was I stopped turning to these outside sources. I stopped asking for people's opinions. Be you and do things because you want to do it. The more opinions that you get, the more information that you get, or whatever the next person may feel or think, this is just to make you feel more comfortable with the decision that you're going to make. And ask yourself, why do I need to be comfortable making this decision? Why does this person's opinion matter? It's because you put it in the position to matter. You put so much stock into that person and what they think to where now you're dependent on them to even make decisions. We don't want to do that. It took so long for me to learn this. And in a sense, all you're doing is becoming reliant on the next person. And as individuals, we don't want to become reliant on anything but ourselves because we understand how reliable we are. We understand that we should be the ones that guide our lives, which really all just ties into just being free. But like I said before, being free is a mindset. Being free is a lifestyle, and you can choose to be free the moment that you choose to be yourself. And that's really what it all ties into. The moment that you are doing things that make you happy. The moment that you aren't trying to people please, the moment that you are truly being who you were birthed to be, without being worried about what the next person has to say, without being worried about how your family or whoever may view you. This is what's going to bring you that true freedom. And it sucks and it's sad, but we simply can't please everyone in general. There's nothing that you can do on this planet to keep everyone happy all the time. Just think about how draining that would be. To spend your time trying to please everyone, to try to keep everyone happy. you would never be in this state of mind where you're free, because you would be constantly worried about the next person. So take the time to worry more about yourself. Take the time to understand what freedom is to you and how you're going to reach that point mentally to where you could break through. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.